Hi guys, and welcome to another video. This one we're talking YouTube channels. So are you thinking of starting a YouTube channel? What are the pitfalls? What is an influencer? What should you be aware of? What lessons are there to be learned? What would I have done differently? So let's get going. So what things have I learned since starting my channel? Well, my channel is about 4 or 5 months old at this point of recording. So I'm still extremely new to this. So I'm at the stage where I am learning every single day. I have changed and evolved in those 4 or 5 months. I've changed my approach, I've changed my content, I've changed quite a lot of things. And most of it is just by learning, by literally experience. So what are the things that I can share that might help you if you are wanting to start a YouTube channel? So don't make the same mistakes that I've made, or maybe there's some tips and tricks that I can give you that maybe help you on your way to get to your goals a little bit sooner. So yeah, there's a lot to talk about. Firstly, it's hard work. It's harder work than you guys probably realise. It's so much fun as well. So I'm going to talk about some real ups, some real downs, and some in between. So yeah. So the first thing is you cannot believe the amount of new skills that you learn. It's unbelievable. I've learned how to, and I'm still learning every day. I've learned how to film. I've learned about editing. I've learned about lighting, about sound quality, about video quality. I've learned about how to set up a YouTube channel. I've learned how you publish a YouTube channel and actually get it onto the internet. Um, I've learned what goes behind putting a video together. I've learning how the analytics work, and yeah, I'm learning just all the behind the scenes that as a YouTube viewer, you just don't know. So there's so many skills. It's such a learning curve, but it's amazing for somebody like myself who loves to learn, loves to research, loves to understand why and what. It's been crazy. I've had a lot of help, and I'll come on to that later, but I've also done so much of this on my own and found ways to do things that, yeah, that I didn't. And I knew I wanted to do some editing, but I didn't know how to. I knew what I wanted it to do, but I didn't know how to do it. And I've learned various different ways. So YouTube itself is an amazing research function. I mean, it just is. You can find videos on everything. So if you want to know how to edit, say in iMovie, for example, just go onto YouTube. It's sort of obvious, isn't it? So yeah, some of the things I've learned are very obvious. Some of the things are things I would never have thought about. So the first thing is all the new skills that I have learned and learning, and it's all very, very positive. That not everybody is going to be on the same wavelength as you. You assume that your audience, however small that is, that they're coming to your channel for a certain topic or a certain reason, and therefore it's like-minded people searching for the same sort of content. Not necessarily. So it always surprises me why somebody would watch some content with regard to, say, luxury, and then complain that your video is about luxury. But that is the way of the world. We're all human. There's human nature comes into all of this. And yeah, I think you have to be very prepared prior to starting a YouTube channel that there are going to be negative comments. And it's how you deal with that is the most important thing. They are going to come whether you like it or not, no matter how prepared you are or how well you plan and how careful you are with the content that you put out. There will be criticisms. You know, they just will, because you're not ever going to please everybody. And that is sort of an obvious thing that you should be aware of. But when it happens to you personally, it's very different to at the beginning where you think, oh, well, I'll just deal with that because these are just random people that I don't know and they don't really know me. it can be very hurtful. So you do have to take it with a pinch of salt. If you're very sensitive to criticism and other people's opinions, you're going to get them. So that's another thing that I've learned. When I started my channel, it was to document me, my fitness journey, my mental health battles, just my journey in life in general. And what turned into, it was part of my therapy. It really has been a massive shift in my life, having the confidence to go onto YouTube and put myself out there. I am extremely shy. I'm chatty with people that I know, but I am not the life and soul of the party. I don't like attention. I don't like the spotlight being anywhere near me at all. Physically, I don't like what I see, and we've talked about this in other videos. And I am on a fitness journey still, and I am getting better with my body image. So how is that person on screen looking at themselves, videoing themselves, having to edit themselves? How on earth can this person do that? Well, it's been so cathartic for me, and it's helped me with my body image so much, because I'm now, when I'm editing, instead of going, oh, look how big you look, oh, look at your double chin, oh, look at all your wrinkles, I've now moved away from that. I'm not saying I suddenly think I look great, I don't, but I've moved away from that, and I'm now looking at editing. I'm looking at the quality of something or the position of something, the lighting, the sound. I'm looking more from a business point of view of how the product looks rather than physically me personally. So just on that, another thing that I've learned is how much I waffle. I would have thought that before I started YouTube that I would struggle. There was things I would want to say, but I wouldn't know how to say them. But the one thing I've learned is that when the camera's turned on, I can talk for hours. So my editing takes so long to try and shorten it and make it make sense. So the thing I have learned from that is plan your videos in advance. So this is more technical things that I've learned now on YouTube, is plan exactly what you're going to talk about. You don't have to write a script. It needs to be natural and authentic. So what I do now is I plan my title, my thumbnail, and I have an idea of the first 30 seconds or so of my video, my introduction. And other than that, I then ad lib. But I try to get my videos less than 20 minutes now, because I think longer than that, you lose people's attention. So I know if my title is set, my thumbnail is set, my introduction is set, then I know that I will stick to the plan as I start to film. So a lot of the things I'm learning are planning. So there's a lot of things go on behind the scenes before you even turn that camera on. The algorithms are an absolute minefield. Now, I'm an accountant, so my business, commercial, analytical brain loves to look at the analytics. I need to understand them. I need to know why something does something. And I have spent, I was going to say hours, it's probably days, it's probably weeks, looking at the analytics, understanding what each of the actual analytics means and what it therefore means for me and my channel. Now, I'm still nowhere near understanding it, because I think it is a minefield, and I think that there's so many things in it that you will never understand because it's computer based. It just is. It's all to do with the algorithms. But what I am starting to understand is which things I would like to see improving. Things like viewer retention, just how many people, how long is the average duration of people watching my videos. If that is going up or is about the same each time, then I'm probably doing something okay. If my views obviously are going, there's obvious things like if your views are going up, if your subscriber numbers are going up, then obviously, you're doing something right. But it's also very interesting when I try little different tactics in certain things. I'm talking about the exact same topic. I'm just trying little different things, and one will take off and one won't. And sometimes I know what I've done differently, and therefore I know what's worked and what hasn't. And in some things, I then try that same format again with a different, slightly different topic, and it doesn't work. And it's, well, is it the topic? There's tools that you can use. I use two tools. I use TubeBuddy and I use vidIQ, and both of them are sort of similar, but you get different things from them as well. And both of them will help you to understand the analytics, I suppose, behind the keywords, the tags. There's so much to it. So yeah, if anybody wants to know, I can do a whole video just on analytics. Um, Let me know. But I am learning so much about the analytics and the just the subscription statuses, the traffic sources, where people are finding my videos, how they're finding my videos, um, which keywords, uh, sort of help get into the algorithm, that type of thing. But the main thing that I've learned with YouTube is it is incredibly slow, and you need to be incredibly patient. It is so difficult to get monetized. I am not nowhere near being monetized at the moment. So to be monetized, I have to have 1,000 subscribers, and I also have to have 4,000 watch hours in any given um, year. So in 365 days, and it's my watch hours are really good. My subscribers are much slower. I don't know how to make people subscribe more. I think it's just keep momentum, keep doing what you're doing. My subscribers are going up. Sometimes they go up at a bigger rate, sometimes they go up at a smaller rate. I'm not entirely sure why. I have a core audience that seems to always watch. So the numbers seem to be at least this amount. Sometimes a video spikes. Some of it is definite the topic. Some of it is not necessarily. It's very, very hard to know. To admit to yourself what you want to do with your channel. Be honest and then act on it. So at the very beginning, I was telling everybody this was a hobby for me, because it was, and it is. It is a hobby. I'm not making any money from YouTube whatsoever. So of course it's a hobby. It's my whole career. I've been driven and ambitious, and anything I put my mind to, I want to do well. So I'm not going to compromise the type of content or the subject of videos in order just to get views. However, in things that I do want to talk about, I want to be smarter in order to grow my channel. Of course I do. So one big thing, and this was, I've had a lot of help from some wonderful YouTubers, and I will put all their names over here because there's quite a few of you, and you're all amazing. You really are. Have given me some advice, some support, some guidance, and it doesn't go unnoticed. I love you all. I really do. I think just admitting what you want to do with your channel is okay. It's okay to say that you want your channel to grow. Of course you do. We're all here for a reason. And wouldn't it be great if I could make this into a business? That's my aim. My aim is to be able to see where I can go with my channel. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not going to compromise what I'm talking about, but I want to be smarter in the way that I do it in order to try and grow. Decide what you want to do with your channel. Be specific in what you want to do. Treat it like a business. Put the groundwork in. I'm at the stage now where I'm putting the groundwork in. I'm not seeing any momentum just yet, but I know it's groundwork, and I know I have to work hard. You cannot build a business in 2 minutes. It's very rare for any business to, even on YouTube, I know there's people that have gone viral immediately. They're very, very, very rare, particularly in this saturated market that we're in. So yeah, I'm plugging away, I'm enjoying what I'm doing, I'm learning new skills, and we'll see what happens with it. But it's a big lesson to learn that you have to be patient and put the work in. There are some amazing, wonderful people in this community. I've mentioned a few of them already, and I've put them all on the screen. And there's also so many wonderful people as part of my audience who, my subbies, who always comment on my videos and always support me. And it's just amazing that there's so many like-minded people out there. And as I've said before, there's some that aren't so supportive and everything else. And The downside of YouTube is there's definitely going to be people out there that don't support you and don't follow your dream and maybe make fun of you and maybe think it's a joke that you're doing this. They're embarrassed by you. If my friends know me and support me in doing something that makes me happy and I'm not harming anybody else in the process, then they're my true friends. If somebody is embarrassed by me by putting myself out here, then you're not my true friend. You don't have to like my videos, you don't have to like the subject matter. My friends don't even have to watch my videos. I am not forcing anybody to do anything. Supporting me doesn't mean watching my videos and commenting and subscribing. But my friends support me by just being there for me in my world, so as I am there for them. So you don't have to love the thing I do to support me. So, it's a really big lesson learned that some people will and some people won't, and you see who your true friends are. You just do. So with the intention of me starting out my channel and how my content has actually changed, it's changed. It's like evolved naturally and organically, which is as authentic as I can be. That is just how it's happened. It started off talking a lot more about fitness and talking about my mental health and my mental health journey and other things in my world, such as loving handbags and shoes and fashion and styling and all those types of things. They're all just different sides of my personality. There's so much more to me than handbags, I promise you. However, my content was very across the board about me. And actually, one thing I've learned very quickly is nobody cares what I think about anything. Nobody cares what my favourite bag is, or what my picks are, or what my wish list is. Nobody cares because they don't know me. When you're first on YouTube, you're so new to everything. Nobody knows you. So if anybody clicks on your channel, it's not to see your opinion on something. It's just to see the bag. They've seen a Birkin maybe in the thumbnail, or they've seen Hermes or Birkin or Chanel or something that in maybe the title, and that's what's attracted them to actually click on the video. So really what they want to see is the bag. They don't want to see me or my opinion on the bag. They just want to see the bag. Now, as your audience grows and builds, people become more invested in you because they then get to know you. So your core audience then starts to care about your opinion. And that's when you start to get questions and comments saying, what's your opinion on this? Or would you buy that? Or why haven't you done that? Or and that's when they start to become invested in you. So as you get more established, my videos can become a lot more about my favourites. So even though I would love to film a video with regard to things that I'm loving at the moment, I'm now structuring it. It's the same content. I'm just structuring it more to reach out to more people, where it is more what's out at Louis Vuitton, not necessarily what I like, because nobody cares. And it's no disrespect to me. I don't take it personally. I understand it. To be a little bit smarter in how I present it, but it's also evolved organically because as I've got more confident because of YouTube and because of presenting myself on YouTube, what it's meant is that my mental health has improved, and because it's improved, I don't any longer want to talk about it because I feel like I'm in a better space. So I'm now very happy just to talk about a bag or some shoes or some styling, and I just feel more confident in that. So yeah, when I was talking about fitness, and I'm still doing all that in the background, and I'm still documenting my fitness journey in the background, but at the moment that's not my niche that I want to put out onto YouTube. I will keep going back to fitness because that's a huge part of my life. Um, but for my channel at the moment, you have to sort of pick a lane because otherwise you spread yourself too thin. So there will be some fitness thrown in, but as I feel I want to talk about it to help with my own mental health. And that shows in my videos as things are changing over time. So it's all good. It's very easy when you are putting yourself out there to get things wrong. And it's just for your audience to remember you're human. I put a video, in fact, I put 2 videos out which were scheduled. They were filmed weeks and weeks ago, and then I put them out over the coming weeks. I realised I was wearing a Balenciaga jumper, and it was obviously filmed way before all the controversial campaign. I'd never thought about, again, what I was wearing. I just hadn't thought about it. And as soon as I saw my video, it was, do I pull the video? It was nothing about Balenciaga, the video. It just happened to be the thing I was wearing. Or do I let the video go and just put a disclaimer on my description box that said, please note this was filmed before. I'm not in any way supporting the brand. It's absolutely abhorrent, the campaign. I don't think anybody can support the brand with regard to it. I don't want to get into all of that. However, an innocent sort of mistake by me of not remembering what I was wearing when I was filming something can be taken by some members of the public that me putting that video out with me wearing Balenciaga means that I am supporting the brand. You know, it becomes a political statement for me, and it wasn't at all. It was an innocent filming that was happened long time ago. So it's learning to navigate things that you would never even think of and what the right thing to do at that time. So anyway, hopefully that's all put to bed. But they are all just learning curves. At the moment, things are incredibly slow, I need to be incredibly patient. I'm putting the groundwork in, I'm enjoying what I'm doing, which is the main thing. And if this becomes something bigger, amazing. If it doesn't matter. I'm enjoying my life. I'm enjoying learning these new skills, and I'm enjoying every process of it. I love the filming of it, I love the editing of it, I love the research beforehand, the creativity that's coming out of me. There's so much to it. So I just want to say a big thank you to you all for watching, because it's wonderful. And thank you to all those wonderful people who I've mentioned before who are a massive support. We're all, I suppose, in rivalry with each other in this space. We're all putting content out of very similar things, but we're all encouraging and trying to build each other up, because that's how we grow. We grow by growing together and building something together. Surround yourself with really good people and everybody will shine. Don't try and dampen somebody else down because you'll think that it'll help you to shine more. It doesn't. It doesn't, and it's a really nasty, negative way. So all I found so far is encouragement, love, and support. So I thank you all for that. So before I waffle on too much longer, that's the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. See you in another one.